what they've seen here, and a good chance for them to get in here and take a look at the right front tire here early on the 5-time champ.
And while we were getting that report from Doc, you see the picture has changed at the front of the field. Michael McDowell has pulled over and dropped to the back of the line. So that puts Carl Edwards as the control car and just moves everybody up in the outside lane. So now Junior is on the outside of the front row for the restart. Kevin Harvick. Wow. Making up spots in the big run for Ryan Newman in the 39 also.
Good time here early in the race just to test that in case you find yourself in that position later on today to see what kind of grip is there now. You know it's only going to get better as we get into the nighttime.
Whoa, hang on. Marcus Ambrose with a little wiggle and wobble, but he gathered it back up. You're going so fast here, and when that car steps out like that, and a driver grabs that wheel and hangs onto it, that's got to get your heart racing.
Yeah, I was kind of chuckling to myself as you said a little wiggle. Yeah, only at 175 miles an hour.
Yeah,
and it may just look, and it does look that way from here. But I say inside the car, that's a huge moment for a driver. But the speeds are just incredible. Those seams that you see there, too, that kind of separate these lanes, have a big part in the way that these cars handle also. You have to be careful there, especially on low air pressures.
Kevin Harvick on the restart. Watch this outside move that he made. Took the green in 12th, and here he goes.
Well, he had been running that far outside lane right before the caution came out, so he knows what grip level is out there. A lot of these other cars had not ventured up there yet.
Yeah, you can see he actually, as he got about 3/4 of the way between turns 1 and 2, he had to come out of the throttle just a little bit. The car was kind of bouncing, moving around just to make sure that it was under him enough, but that was a great move.
Gave a little bit of the ground back, and now Harvick running in the 11th spot. Kevin starting the day 4th in the championship. Here's Matt Kenseth trying to chase Brad Keselowski for the 5th position. 20 car. So solid and so spectacular on these mile-and-a-half tracks this season. Dale Jr. restarted 2nd. He's back in 4th.
Speed over a green rubber coming off of 2, right in the center of the car. Step forward, we'll take a look at it.
Yeah, probably the only thing you worry about in that situation is did it do any damage to the front grille opening or any of that in the front of the car. The spring rubber is really not going to do much damage to the chassis of the car or underneath. Mike?
Yeah, and they're really not all that concerned, as you alluded to, about the spring rubber. What they are concerned about is the way the car is driving. I spoke with crew chief Steve Letarte this morning, and he said the car has just not reacted the way it reacted during the test a couple of weeks ago. And Dale Jr. just radioed in saying, quote, "It's really hard to drive."
Maybe it was his spring rubber that he ran over.
Yeah. That changed the handling.
Yeah, it may have fell out and came back around here.
So Dale Jr. running 4th behind Carl Edwards. Edwards led the opening 9 laps. Jimmy Johnson passed him. Then Edwards got the lead back on a set of caution flag pit stops. About to hit the 50-mile mark here at Texas Motor Speedway. Race 8 in the chase for the NASCAR Sprint Cup. That fight for the lead shaping up again. Just like the first run of the race. Carl Edwards leading for a bit. Jimmy Johnson coming after him.
He's been up beside him a couple of times, and I noticed Jimmy took a little different tactic that time. He decided, instead of just trying to drive on, he'd get on that rear bumper and loosen Carl up a little bit on the exit and then drive by him. Worked perfectly.
Like Carl might try the same tactic right here.
I bet he can't pull it off. Well, he's going to try that inside, which Jimmy tried to make work. So hard to do.
By golly, I believe he got him cleared. Nope. Came close.
Lap traffic ahead. And back to the lead, Jimmy Johnson.
You can see the 99 car he runs good for about 10, maybe 12 laps, and then the car starts really kicking the back end out quite a bit. Really hurts him on the exit of the corner, and that hurts your straightaway speed.
Hey, you look back through the field, you can see quite a few lines from different cars. Matt Kenseth has really been searching around. I've seen him right up next to the wall in 3 and 4 a few times. And about where we see Junior right now.
This is for 4th place here.
One thing you can do, you can search around here. There's a lot of real estate, a lot of asphalt, but you can try to find some grip, but you can't escape the bumps. They're from the bottom to the top of this racetrack. And so it's a rough ride around here regardless where you decide to run.
Might be rough, but Matt toughed it out up to 4th place.
Yeah, I think it probably made it worse. It's looser in 2-3 numbers loose into 3. 4 numbers tight everywhere else where it's got to turn. Deep is really tight at the gas. I mean, it's loose real late. It just has a bunch of pushing in when you first throttle it. Check that nose too. I tried to push 88 a little bit to get him going there. Make sure it's okay.
Yeah, it was a lot of information in that little transmission, but I did see him push Junior on the restart. Kind of got that grill right up against the bumper, and that's why